people, Gumi Guy here, back with another Pokemon Showdown video. In today's video, we're going to try to win a battle with only Rotom. So, Rotom is a Pokemon with 6 forms, all to do with like a specific appliance, and today we're going to try to win a battle with them. So, Rotom itself isn't exactly the most outstanding Pokemon. Some forms are better than others, and some of them are pretty good. And we're going to try, we're going to lead out with our Rotom moveset. Now, usually I do run terrible movesets on this channel, but this time I'm actually running pretty normal movesets for the most part. Starting with our Rotom Heat. This is a Levitate, obviously. They all have Levitate. White Herb, Thunderbolt, Overheat, Will-O-Wisp, and Charge set. So Charge is mostly there for meme and because I kind of ran out of moves, but it does have an effect of boosting the power of your electric type moves by, like, what is it? Like, I think 50%? I don't really remember. But we're going to go for Thunderbolt. It does pretty good damage. I think the charge runs out after you use it. I don't remember. So the Mew had synchronized, but it didn't work because I'm electric type. Okay, so that was a lucky para. I don't think the charge still takes effect, so I'm gonna go for, I don't know. I guess I could go for the Overheat. I don't know if it'll KO, but let's see. It didn't KO unfortunately, but the White Herb will, restore that stat change. Oh my god, the double para. Okay, little bit much, but this team is probably not that strong, so I think it's okay. Okay, so they send out the I was gonna say I thought they sent out the Swampert, but that's not a Swampert. But anyway, if this Zoroark is a special set, okay, it is, then I do take the hit better because of the special defense boost. And they send out Swampert. Okay, so I can't do much here. Like, they probably just have like a water type move. I'm going to switch out into, let's see, I'm gonna switch out into my Rotom Mo. Most of these sets are most of the moves on this set. These sets are special moves. Rotom isn't much of a physical attacker, with the exception of Foul Play. This is a Choice Scarf, Leaf Storm, Volt Switch, Trick, and Foul Play set. Essentially, you just want to get as much speed as possible, or you can trick the Choice Scarf in order to lock them into a move. So I just tricked the Choice Scarf away. This Cinderace probably goes for Power Ball, so I'm going to switch back in. I guess I can switch back into my Rotom. Why not? Just to play around a bit. Never mind the high jump kick. Okay. Alright. So I guess the logical thing to do here. So we're going to switch out into our Rotom Ice. And they're probably going to think they can go for high jump kick. And then since they're locked into it, I'm going to go out into my regular Rotom that's Ghost type. Let's see if this works. Okay, there you go. They fell for it. Okay. They have to switch because they're locked in. So this is actually a Screens Rotom. Rotom does learn Reflect and Light Screen. Not sure if people use it that much, but when you're running 6 Rotom, you have the freedom to use a wide variety of sets. So we're just going to set up the screens with this Rotom. I did give it max speed and Light Clay to help with that. And then this Karana over Flamethrower, which is interesting. And then we're going to go for Shadow Ball. Alright, let's see. You can let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite Rotom form? Me personally, I don't really think about this Pokemon that much, but I think it's a pretty cool one. I'd say my favorite one, I would say the Rotom Wash is pretty cool, so, yeah. Alright, now I'm going to go Shadow Ball a few times. Yeah, this Koraidon, I guess they just gave a Flamethrower because, I don't know, maybe it doesn't do recoil or something. But anyway, we are protected by the screens, and we're going to go out into, I guess we could try our Rotom Fan. So Rotom Fan is actually, I think, the worst Rotom form out of all the others in terms of like how good it is in battle. But we're going to use Air Slash. This is a Assault Vest set with a bunch of coverage. Protect. Okay, I guess they're just trying to see what move I would use. They're gonna. I think I can still go for Air Slash. Like, there's really not much I can do here. Also, if you were wondering, yes, I am playing this in Anything Goes, because if you're running one of the same Pokemon, you have to play it in Anything Goes. So I am probably going to be fighting some legendary teams this episode. Alright, Cinderace comes out. I should be able to live a hit because of the screen, so we're gonna go for the Discharge. But Powerball, okay, I take that pretty alright. Discharge does not KO. Ugh. Okay, the para, alright. It's 30% chance, so it's not that surprising. I'm just gonna go for Dark Pulse here. We're doing pretty good in this battle. Like, I guess Rotom isn't that terrible, but let's just say some forms are worse than others. Mew comes out. I think I just outspeed and just, like, I don't know, discharge it. I still to this day do not get how Stellar type works. But it shouldn't matter here. Oh my god. The para, did they outspeed? Because the para activated first. I don't know. Swampert comes out. We're going to go Air Slash. If I get a flinch, they might just forfeit. So maybe don't get a flinch. Okay. Alright, flip turn happens, I guess. I don't know. And then Torchic comes out. Shiny too, pretty cool. Not level 1, so we don't have to worry about that. We're gonna go out into our own Rotom. All of them are Rotom. And we're gonna go, I guess, I don't really know what to do here. I think Hydro Pump is a bit unnecessary, so we'll go for the Thunderbolt. Oh my god. Okay, I feel bad. I'll say I'm sorry. Like, you can't really apologize for RNG because, like, RNG is, like, kind of part of the game, but and you feel bad because, like, I think this match was so much worse for them because I paralyzed like 30 times, but I think we probably could have still won without the paras, but we got like 3 of them, so I'm not confident about that. Then they forfeit. Okay, I do feel bad about the all the paralysis luck that I got, but I think there's a decent chance we could have won anyway. So pretty successful battle when you look at it. So we're gonna go for another one. Hopefully this one goes pretty well too. Alright, last battle. Let's go out into our Rotom Wash. I think it can counter a pretty decent chunk of their team. Alright, and then Clodsire comes out. You could be Water Absorb. Should I risk it? I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump just because they might not be. Okay, there you go. Not a lot of times, especially if you're running like anything goes teams, I imagine you'd prefer Unaware. So we're gonna go for Nasty Plot to boost our special attack. This is a max speed set, although Rotom isn't particularly fast, so it doesn't like fully work, but it can be kind of fast, especially when you compare it to stuff like Clodsire, and like I think it might be faster than Komo by like a few points. Oh, but it's Unaware, so the Nasty Plot doesn't work. Okay, you know what? Common mistake. I just need to hit the Hydro Pump, and I should be able to get the KO. There you go. So it may have had recovered, but I guess we won't know. Alright, we sent out the Iron Hands, and then we're gonna go Will-O-Wisp actually. This Pokemon's really scary on the physical side, so we're gonna go Will-O-Wisp, and then we're going to just half its attack, so that's not an issue. Alright, Will-O-Wisp happens, we're gonna, let's see, they go Electric Terrain, which I guess, okay, that's interesting. Oh my god, the double defense is a strat right there. And then we're gonna go for the Hydro Pump. Oh, they have it that's a pretty good strat. It's Electric Seed and Quark Drive. Pretty cool. We should be able to get one hit off. Did a lot of damage. Close combat obviously does KO, but it is reduced damage anyway. I actually do not have a heavy duty boots Pokemon, ironically, which you'd think I would because it's wait, what? No, you don't have an item. Okay, I was gonna say. And I think I'll take this opportunity to set up the screens, so from the screen to the field, I guess. But we're gonna go to the I just went for Reflect, and we're gonna go for the light screen. All right, so Neo Defense. Okay, so that's a pretty fitting nickname. I imagine they're gonna go for like some defensive moves. They go lock off my Light Clay. Unfortunate. And then we're gonna go for Shadow Ball. This should probably do like 1/3 of their health, but that's okay. Okay, no, actually a little better than I thought. Mirror Coat. Okay, Mirror Coat does get the KO, unfortunately, but we're gonna go for, what is my best bet here? I'm gonna go out into my Rotom Heat, and we're gonna go for Charge. I know this set is kind of a meme, but it does kind of work because it does boost my special defense. And if you're gonna Mirror Coat, then I'm just gonna keep using Charge so that I can guarantee a one-shot. All right, Charge. Let's see. They go Mirror Coat, but it failed. All right, I'm gonna take the opportunity to just go for Thunderbolt because they're probably not gonna Mirror Coat this turn. I don't think it'll KO, but it doesn't really need to. I just need to get enough damage on it so that I can KO it the next turn. So do you Mirror Coat? You do not Mirror Coat. Good. So I can just Thunderbolt again next turn, and we don't have to worry about it. All right, Thunderbolt. There you go. Boom, got him. And then let's see what we got. They go Como. We don't actually have. I mean, actually, I was gonna say we do have Will-O-Wisp on this set. Never mind. They could be. Oh no. I was gonna say they might be a special set. We'll have to find out. If they are a special set, though, I will live the hit pretty well. So, they are because they have a Throat Spray. Okay, maybe I can live because I have double special defense. All right, Clanging Scales. Is that special? I actually do not know. But we go for the burn anyway. Just helps with, chip damage. And I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt. Both of my moves are resisted, so it's not going to really matter too much. I guess it was a special set. The crit, let's go. Okay. Pretty decent luck. But for the most part, pretty even battle, I'd say. And as you can see, this Rotom does outspeed. Wait, does it? Oh, no, it doesn't outspeed, but I think it would have if it wasn't for the boost, because Como-O's speed is usually like 295 at level 100. All right, here we go. So I am Choice Scarf, so I think I can do some fun stuff here. I think I'll just go. I guess I'll just Choice Scarf. Volt Switch. I'm not really sure. I don't really use Volt Switch often. I did get the crit. I'm not sure if it mattered, but it probably did because they were boosted in special defense. Alright, bad typing. I mean, I don't have a rock type move, but I do have electric type move. We're just gonna go brute force Terra Electric. Discharge has a high paralysis rate as well, so oh my god. Okay. Wow. Alright, they almost one shot with the Sacred Fire. Discharge will just KO it. Discharge, boom. Okay, so pretty decent luck. That's why I opted for Discharge over Thunderbolt, because it does have a higher paralysis rate. And Rotom is already not that strong anyway, so it doesn't really matter what I'm going for. Paralysis is helpful in these battles. Alright, okay. Oh my god, almost a one-shot. No para this time, so that's good, I guess. But I did too much damage, so the Belly Drum does not take effect. I would have Aqua Jetted there. Do they not have it? They don't have it. Okay, or they didn't use it. But, you know, we did manage to win 2 battles today, or I guess 1, depending on if you count the forfeit. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to stay safe. Have a nice day. Peace out.